we're talking with Mr. Dave Moore, owner of Moore's Spicy Fried Chicken in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Dave, how long have you been in the business?
I've been cooking since I was 16 years old.
A lot of people hear about Nashville hot chicken. Of course, people think about Prince's and Hattie B's. Would you say that you are in that line?
Well, I think what I have is something totally different. As they say, it's the hot chicken world, as far as a Tennessee thing. And Prince's is the queen of them all. She started this, so could never take anything from her. She created this whole line. With that being said, I still think that I offer something different than the rest of them. And it's not to slander or anything like that. But when you come here and get chicken, you don't just get a piece of mild, medium, or hot, or extra hot. You get down south, southern fried chicken. You get meaning, you get flavor.
A lot of people pay attention to the heat is what you're saying, but you start with a good piece of fried chicken on its own.
Because I have a lot of people just order 10, 15, 20 breast quarters and no spice at all. They just want it what they call original flavor, because it's, as a lot of them say, it tastes like grandmama cooked it.
When you do the egg wash, the dredge, and then you put it into the flour mixture, is the flour mixture spiced as well?
No. I blend my own flour. I season my own flour. I have a seasoning that I use that's strictly for my flour. My chicken goes through a marination process, comes from the marination into the batter and dropped.
You said you once owned a business that had 80 seats. Where was that located?
I was on Dickinson Road in East Nashville.
So are you a Nashville native?
I am. Born and raised in East Nashville.
Did you ever work as a young man at any of the other hot chicken establishments?
I worked at 400 Degrees at one time.
You did?
I did. But that's not where I learned my technique.
So Moore's Spicy Fried Chicken here in Hendersonville. You've been here how long?
I've been here 5 years.
Same location?
Yes. And it's about to be the same brand in Atlanta.
Now, is that going to be a franchise, or are you going to actually own the establishment?
I'm going to own the establishment as well.
Good for you, Dave.
Yep.
One of the reasons I like Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, it's not necessarily the food they pick, it's an American story.
It's always an American story, and to me also, if a lot of people actually pay attention, you watch that program, a lot of people are just looking at Guy and the people he's talking to. That's not the story. Watch the person that's actually preparing the meal, because that person is a person that has in their heart, that's their passion. So many people out here wanting to just open restaurants because they think it's a money thing. It's a hard job. Cooking is a very hard job. Owning a business is a very hard job, especially a small business. But when you do this, you have to have the passion for what you're doing. Because the same thing that you came in the door for yesterday, if you came back again today for that same product, it has to be consistent to what you got yesterday. The first time that I'm not consistent, you'll be like, well, maybe he had a bad day. But you do it again the second time, you're gonna be like, you may want to ask me a question or two about it. Hey, Dave, hey, this wasn't like that, what I got the other day. Then that third time, you won't talk to me about it. You'll just find somewhere else to eat. You have to have the passion and the consistency. You have to have it.
Because the passion is what drives you when you're still smoking at 3 in the morning.
You got that right. And then get me 4 hours of sleep.
But there's nothing like the look of those people biting into them.
There's nothing like a person smiling. I love to see a person smile. And while they're chewing, they can't talk. It just gives me the thumbs up. To me, it's all about passion, man. It's all about the passion.